What do you care about? I'm sure you can tell me a thing or two of what that may be, but how much do you care about it? Enough to commit to it? Possibly even sacrifice for it? That's when the question becomes a lot less simple. I'm sure we've all said, I love my friends, or I love my job, at some point. But what does that mean? Sure, we could hold these two things in particular in high regard and possibly even mean what we say, but do our actions match our words? Integrity is such a basic concept, with which almost all of us are familiar. It would be useless and pandering to explain it again. But have we truly thought about how much weight these simple sentences may have in terms of our daily lives? To say that you love someone or your career implies so much greater than what the simple words may suggest. To say that you love someone is to value that person and respect them greatly. Enjoy the time spent with them, even the bad. Grow with them in some way, take care of them when they are in need, and possess a bond that remains everlasting, not by fate, but by deliberate compassion, effort, and dedication. To say that you love something is to take responsibility for whatever that may be. Say maintaining a job, cleaning the house, fixing something that's broken, and the list goes on. Think about this for a second. When's the last time you've told someone that you love that you appreciate them? Not out of an interest for a reward, but from true gratitude. When's the last time you've sacrificed your own personal, incredibly valuable time to help someone when they needed you? When's the last time you've taken a look at yourself in the mirror, dropped the act of purposefully exclaiming self-deprecating things about yourself or arrogant things, and took an honest look into who and what you are as both an entity of internal being and a symbol in the eyes of others? These are things that I myself struggle with from time to time. These are hard questions. But most of the time, they are only hard because we know we neglect the obvious. In other words, we don't do these things that would be greatly impactful for the life of us and others. These questions are hard because they corrode the facade that we have created for ourselves, whether our persona is considered worthless or perfect. The truth of the matter is that we're neither of these polar sides of the spectrum. No one is worthless, just as no one is everything. Life is a game of regulating between the two polar ends of self-hatred and narcissism. But until we surrender these facades through honest internal confrontation, we will never see clearly. And sometimes, we won't even see a thing. There are times where we may fall prey to this trap. There are times where we can be harder on ourselves than usual regarding petty issues. And there are times where we feel unstoppable. But at the end of the day, we're not just what we say or think. We are what we do. And made better is when those two sectors combine into one entity, one where the individual and the witnesses are impacted. This is integrity. This is what keeps us in line with who we want to be. Now, what are we at the moment? Maybe not terrible, but the bottom line is that we're all in a struggling world, a world where integrity is often neglected, if it's a concept ever considered to begin with. Nonetheless, we all know that we can be more than what we currently are. And I know that there are many strides we can take towards that ambition. We claim to love things, the world, the people in our lives, our life itself, and none of us would refute those claims as untrue. But they're not realized. Because for everything we love, we have commitments and values that are tested. Sometimes we pass these tests with flying colors, as it's something we truly care about and put effort towards, but sometimes we fail, and nothing is done when something needs to be done. It makes anyone wonder, if we're not willing to take the responsibility towards a commitment or something we love, then do we even care about it enough to claim that we love and prioritize it? If we sit here and make excuses about all the reasons not to do something that would benefit our lives or someone else's when those things supposedly matter a lot to us, do we actually care? So with all of that, what do you value in your life? And is it something you'd prioritize enough to truly care about it? If not, maybe it's time to reconsider. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, just part of the process. Nevertheless, you are more than a facade. You are real. And until you confront this false persona and expose it for what it is, can you truly claim to love anything?